what will you do in 2019 to address the problem? And we're going to start with Mr. Coogan.
My focus, if elected mayor on the 12th, will be to move prevention down to the lower grades with a strong educational program that shows that for every $18 that's spent on prevention, every $18 spent on opioids, if you spend $1 on prevention, you'll get your money back. It will also be my position that I will bring all of the opioid-based groups that work on prevention together, a few from each one, to meet with me once a month. I believe that these groups are out there now on an island, and they need to be brought together to work with the mayor and his team regularly to fight this battle.
So what have we done? We took this to the national stage under this administration and sued big pharmaceutical companies using the tobacco company lawyers that won the tobacco lawsuit. That's going to be money back to our community. We created Project Reconnect, a post-overdose prevention task force, basically, that goes to the home of somebody that's overdosed and gets them into treatment. We have an opiate task force that brings all those members together at City Hall. And yes, we do meet every single last Thursday of the month at Government Center in the first floor, open to anybody, no stigma. You can come in and get your person in need, yourself, your family member, into treatment.
Thank you.
We've done a lot, and there's a lot more to come, and I'll follow up in my rebuttal.
I have worked on this in the school systems I've worked on in both urban and suburban settings with different groups throughout the Commonwealth. Some of the things that haven't been said yet is that piece of once there is a bed and once there is recovery starting, is making sure we have those employment opportunities, those job skill trainings to kind of break the cycle. There needs support services, wraparound services, the things that make a difference when we have someone who's addicted and they get back in the same exact path over and over again. How do we stop that cycle?
That's why I'm going to not focus on centralizing a fair once a month in the first floor of City Hall. I've had 15 years experience working with community organizations in fundraising, and I have heard many clients over the years talk about we need to bring education and outreach to the streets. People may or may not be comfortable going into City Hall, especially during daytime hours, and that's why we need to do more outreach. And I'm also going to focus on doing a Drug Endangered Children's Alliance to help prioritize and protect kids who are impacted by opioids, to break these intergenerational cycles where we have parents and sometimes grandparents affected by opioids, and we have great-grandparents raising great-grandkids.
We understand what's going on. A lot of these doctors that are giving out these opioid drugs to people who they know are not taking them and selling them, and there's been some people that have been arrested for that, should be prosecuted and charged and put in prison. We need to do more outreach, no doubt about it. We are doing some progress, but yet we can do more. We need to partner with the nonprofits that know a lot more organizations and know where to direct these people to find help.
I don't think I'd be as short-sighted as Mr. Coogan just mentioned of not having someone in charge of it. If there's grant funding out there, you just need to pick the right person. You make sure you support that person, and you make sure they're doing right for the city. Because one individual does something that it's not above board doesn't mean the next person with expertise can't do what's right. We can look for that grant funding, if it's available, to lead a team, to make sure that we're getting together and doing the right thing for our city.